everybody. You know what I'd like? I would like some cream whip. Some cream whip. Okay, do you have your phone with you, Abby?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you show the audience now what our destination is? So we are doing a long layer, and she wants to have some side bangaroonies. Okay, so something like that she can go both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, you can do it, Abby. Go, keep going, go crazy.
That one as well.
That one as well, all right. So let's start here, and then we're gonna go. We'll do a combination scissor razor for both clients today. You've got a long layer. I'm gonna keep the length. It's a little busted on the ends, so we'll probably need to strengthen that. It's mainly a face frame. I'm gonna use my cream whip. It's super cold, so this is gonna add moisture. It's gonna add slip to the hair. So you can put this product in before you start cutting. And then what it does is it just actually helps to hold the hair together. It's called Cream Whip. It's a nice styling product, and it's just gonna add a little bit of extra slip to the hair.
Todd Dowell says hello.
Morning, Todd. How cold is it in Canada? That's what we want to know, Todd. Tell us how cold it is in Canada.
And then Ali says Minneapolis, what up?
That's pretty cold. It's like minus 55 yesterday.
It's colder than the Arctic, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah. I know. Terrible.
Well, so we are going to cut it from the center. We're going to go from around about the middle of the cheek, bottom of the nose, down to the length. We're going to cut with a razor. This is a classic lesson of razor layering. This will be the first lesson that I teach when I teach my class this weekend. So I have class this weekend. This is going to be the first lesson. If you're interested, you can sign up for my razor class. It's here in New York, Sunday and Monday. And it's going to be a classic razor class, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So quick tutorial. You rotate the razor, V for victory. Place the razor so the tang sits into the middle finger. Push, and now it's a straight line, and literally it's just the bending of the finger. It's going to create the magic.
Todd says negative 23 this morning, wind chill negative 34.
Nice, Canada. Lame Canada.
Stephanie Gleason says, hi Nick, I love these classes.
Thanks, Stephanie. How many of you filmed now? Is this filming number 3 or 4? Rebecca?
3?
Number 3?
I think. Yeah.
Good.
Nikki York says good morning.
Good morning, Nikki York. Thanks for sharing thanks for sharing where you work on a Monday. That was cute. You know what? You stay there and let me come here. And I'll start right here. This is a good angle. Okay? So, shortest point down to the length. This is quite a healthy section. Abby's got, is that right, Abby?
Yeah.
Abby's got fine hair. She's got a nice amount of it. The razor's going to give it the illusion of being even thicker, which is nice. I'm going to kind of I'm going to edge on the side of longer. So instead of going to the nose, I'm going to actually go to the corner of the mouth. Comb the hair down with the fine teeth of the comb. Point your fingers in the direction that you want to cut. Place. Get the razor moving before you get into the hair. And then the holding hand is actually sliding as I go. Precision-based razor cutting is what we practice at the Orojo Studios. And that's the kind of hair cutting that we do. Head, slightly over, that's right. When she opens the head slightly to the side, creates a little bit more space for me to move. So it makes it more comfortable for me as the stylist. And this is a disposable blade, and it's super sharp, and that way we can really get like precision-based hair cutting. And you can see that I'm trying to create like a curved section, trying to create like a curved angle in the hair that's going to enable me to keep all the length. She wants to keep her hair nice and long. Second section, we're going to look for that guideline. You don't want to over-direct the hair forward. So comb the hair straight down. And just behind my fingertips, I'm just going to push in, super fine teeth of the comb, and just lightly melting the ends of the hair away. If I was doing this with a scissor, I would be cutting up into the hair. So by doing it with a razor, it enables me to retain length and approach it the same both sides. Because with a scissor, you've got to get two pieces of steel to move together. With a razor, it's one piece of steel. And I'm literally right at the top of the head. So this is now going to end up being what we call the pivot point. The point in which we pivot all the sections from. Now I'm going to start to elevate a little. By elevating, it's going to make the layering a little lighter. Always work with the fine teeth of the comb. The fine teeth of the comb create a nice, smooth plane for me to kind of melt away. Now, I am teaching a razor class this weekend in my New York Academy here. It's a 2-day class. You can sign up for the class on arojopro.com. There are still spaces on the class, but it's guaranteed to be me teaching. Also, on Monday night, we have Happy Mondays, which is our complimentary education for our ambassadors. And Happy Mondays in New York on Monday night is 5:30 in Soho. We've got some special guests. We've got some new special guests hanging out. Some of our ambassador salons are going to be joining us with the education. So check all this out on Arojo Social. What's Arojo Social, Olivia?
Arojo Social. I feel like Lauren always had like the spiel, but it's a social networking app that we have. You're able to share all of your pictures with the Arojo brand, and we're able to kind of do like giveaways and all that fun stuff.
It's a great place to get connected and to find out everything that we're doing. Because next week I'll be in Chicago doing Happy Mondays. And the following week, I'm going to be somewhere else. And the week after, I know I'm teaching in New Paltz, a razoring class. And then I'm also going to be doing Happy Mondays in, I believe, Indianapolis. So it's going to be a happy Monday session. Did you go away to LA?
For like a day. I was mostly in Phoenix and San Diego.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
David Bray says good morning, Dave.
David Bray. Good. Hello, David Bray.
Liz says it's 39 in Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, guys.
Oh, Liz, I'm so happy for you. We're gonna be cold. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. I don't have to go all the way. You can see the length that we've got. I'm gonna stop right there. We'll spin around and we're gonna repeat on this side. Very simple lesson.
Michael wants to know, when is your next class in California, bud? I want to join.
My next class in California is March. I believe it's March 10th and 11th and 12th. And no, it's not. It's actually before that, and it's in Planet Salon. Or maybe it's after. It's around that. March, the middle of March. Hydro Mist. Thank you. Good catch. So we'll use our Hydro Mist. Yeah, Michael, I'm teaching a razor class at Planet Salon in West Hollywood. And that is mid-March. Check it out on arojopro.com. On this side, we're going to use the back or the heel of the blade. So you always try and keep most of the blade away from the face. And we want to kind of replicate the same angle. So fine teeth of the comb, rotate the hair in, and approaching it exactly the same way. And we will be spending quite a bit of time in Carolinas, North and South Carolina, in the first half of the year. So for those people that are tuning in, definitely find out where we're going in North Carolina and South Carolina, because we've got a lot of trips planned. Gotta get out of the cold weather.
Vinsu says 7:15 a.m. California checking in.
Oh, Hinsu. I
Yeah.
think Hinsu is always around, my good friend Hinsu.
And Stro says hello from Romania.
Armenia.
Romania.
Romania. Nice. We got a global crowd today.
Yeah.
Any people from Israel?
Maybe.
Yeah, is it? Any
Haven't seen
hairdressers from Israel? If so, we've got her here. She's doing you a lot of damage control.
Graham and Francisco say hello, Nick.
Oh, nice. San Francisco.
Alexis says morning.
Good morning, Alexis. When's the opening, Alexis? When is the opening of your salon? That
Ian
is
says hello from Manchester.
all the way from Manchester. And about time when Manchester United started playing better. We got the Olay factor. How you doing, Abby? You doing good?
Yeah.
You still breathing?
Yeah, trying to sneak a peek.
Yeah. No peeking. So sections are exactly the same. Simplistic haircut. It's kind of easy, but if it's easier when it's done well. So the razor helps to actually create the softness and the fluidity in the shape. Again, the head lightly over. Make sure you don't comb the hair forward. Comb the head, I like to say this, down and around.
Hannah says hey, Nick.
Hey, Hannah.
Pauline says good morning.
Nice. We got a lot of people checking us out, which is good. Well, a lot of people are not going into work today because they're too cold. I know in Chicago they shut it down yesterday because of the freezing cold temperature, so a lot of hairdressers were off. Now, I'm coming to Chicago next weekend, February the 11th, and we have a special Happy Mondays in at the Greenhouse Theatre. And I'll be on stage with a number of special hairdressers from Chicago. So definitely check us out. It's a complimentary event. You can get the information on my Instagram. You can RSVP Valeria, or you can go to Eventbrite and RSVP. Come and see some education. We have my good friend Paul Merritt, who's one of my editorial hairdressers, works in the salon and in the school with us. Paul's going to be coming with me. So we're going to be spending 2 days in Chicago, and we have a Happy Mondays on February the 11th. That's a week on Monday. So we'd love to see all of our Chicago hairdresser friends.
Alexa says we'll be 100% ready by tomorrow. Waiting for one more approval from the city. The wrong chairs were delivered. Need a Nick pep talk.
Okay, I'll call you later. I'll get that pep talk in. The wrong chairs were delivered.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable. Crikey. Okay. Yes, was you going to say something,
Donna
Rebecca?
says happy freezing morning from Pasadena, MD, 9 degrees.
Nice. It's nice and cold. So notice I'm using what we call the flat of the blade. Just using the flat of the blade right here. And that just creates softness. See the softness that you get? If you go too deep into the hair with the razor, you just make it too weak. So we're just... And that's, I think, it's a good touch point. Let's just have a look and see how that looks. Yeah, I thought so. Trending a little longer on this side. So now I'm just going to give it another pass. And I'll elevate it a little bit more. It's a sketch. It's not a line drawing. What I mean by that is, allow it to be more fluid. You want it to be symmetrical, but you also want it to have a bit of a feel to it. And right now what we're doing is more the technical part of the cut. Soon we'll be kind of tuning into the more feel of the cut. I will be using some scissors in a short while to add a little strength and to seal the razor work.
Karen says good morning from Chicago. We'll try to warm it up before you get here.
Please do, Karen. Let's get everyone to come to the Greenhouse Theatre on February the 11th. And I checked the weather. It's definitely going to be a little warmer than it is right now. All right, let's bring over, is it Alex? Come over here, Alex. Come and stand right here.
Karen Hussey says, it's been a while since I've been online watching. Glad to be back. Good morning. Always love to learn from Nick.
Nice, thank you. Did you bring your phone?
I did not.
Let's bring your phone too. You gotta show everybody what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do with Alex is she's gonna be here for a big makeover today because she's actually gonna get her hair colored silver too. So this is the kind of idea that she wants. Like a sharp, like a razory, clean line square bob. I don't know what this one is. This
I don't know. It just got thrown in there.
It just got thrown
Like
in
I
there.
said, oh, don't mind me.
Don't mind you. We're not gonna mind
Mixture
you.
of the cold and going out 3 nights ago. That's what happens when you get to 25. Your body doesn't recover as quickly as it does when you were 18.
Yeah. Are you not well?
No, I'm well.
You're okay.
It's just my voice box when I scream a little too loud.
What happens? You scream a lot.
Yeah, I mean, when you're like going crazy in the club.
Where you going crazy in the club. See, cold outside, but it's warm in here. We go crazy
It's
in
always
the
warm
club.
when I'm here.
It's always warm when I'm here.
Keep it in.
All right, you want to take Alex, and because of the color, we're just gonna rinse, put a little bit of repair treatment on there, just to add some moisture, and leave it in for a minute, and then we'll rinse.
Joe says, love from Boston.
Who's that? From Boston?
Joe Soares, Joao.
Oh, you like Boston?
I love Boston.
Oh, we got a Boston lover.
Yeah.
I miss it.
She misses it. Boston misses you.
Aw.
Okay, so right now what we'll do is I'll show you where we're at. We're kind of like at the perfect place. Stay there, Rebecca. I'm working to you. So right here you'll see. So this is coming forward. And as the head drops down, you can kind of see the balance in your layering. Yeah, you can kind of start to see the balance in your layering. A few more sections and then I'll scissor it and then we'll finish with a little more razor. Drop the client down for ease and comfort. I'll spin around so you can see where we're going. So make sure you just comb right in. Comb right into your section. Melt that hair away. Melt that hair right away. Using the side flat of the blade.
Stevie says, Akron, Ohio cosmetology student here.
Nice to see a cosmetology student tuning in. We have 2 schools here in New York, 2 Arrojo cosmetology schools, and we also teach a barbering program. If anyone's interested in pursuing a career in hairdressing, check out Arrojo Cosmetology to really learn how to kind of embrace this industry, which is a great industry, and it's a great way to earn a living, and it's a craft that keeps on giving. So it's not like a normal, regular job, because it's creative, and everybody gets to be creative, and it's exciting being able to, you know, make somebody look and feel great.
Sandy says, I saw you at Empire Hair Competition in Hershey, PA in 2010. Amazing.
Oh, and I'm still going, baby. They were good hair shows. That was at the Empire School, and they had their yearly conference. It's the closest you'll ever get, I suppose I'll ever get, to being like a pop star. You go on stage and there's 2,000 screaming students. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So I'm kind of working to the center back. Keep your fine teeth of the comb. Work into the center back. When I go to New Paltz on February, I believe, the 28th or the 27th, what we're going to be teaching is a one-day razor class. All hands-on. So again, we're bringing our education out. We're going to be at the L Salon, which is an Arrojo ambassador salon. An Arrojo Ambassador Salon is a salon that carries Arrojo product, and they get connected to our education. I'm going to trade now for the scissor. And you can see what we've got. So as I push this over, you can see that she can get that like sweep. And if she goes this way, she can also get that sweep. So she's got that sweep ability, but it needs a little bit of cleaning up internally. Remember, we placed cream whip into the hair. That's a great way to talk about product. Put it in at the beginning. Put the chin down for me, sweetheart, thanks. So chin down, we don't want to take up a lot of length, but you can see it disappears, it kind of dissipates. It kind of fades away. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of sections just to clean up the length, put some structure in there. Now she's got these nice layers, a little structure's going to go a long way. You see how weak it is? Can you see that? I think you can see how weak the shape is. So we're going to strengthen.
Piero from Italy says now, ciao.
Ciao, Italia. We like Italy. All right, I'm actually going to point cut. Now notice I don't put my finger in the scissor. My thumb stays out. Comb the hair down. Snap the fingers together. And just light point cutting into the hair. And I'm going to comb this down also. And we've just got to strengthen the ends. It's very bitty on the ends, not pretty. It's bitty, it's not pretty. And I'm so witty. Fine teeth of the comb. Again, so you'll see not much layering at all through the back. Which is good because that will keep the density in the hair. So you want to keep that density in the hair.
Todd says, I'm back. Did I miss the bangs? That face?
You did miss the bangs because we really didn't cut bangs. Sometimes when clients say they want bangs, they don't really want bangs. Yeah? So what we did was we just layered it, and I'm going to be going back to the front once I've checked a little bit with a scissor, and I'll probably do a little bit of refining. So this haircut in itself is a very simple approach, but you've got to get the touch points right. It's all about balance and proportion. Now here's your layering, you see. Your layering's going to come in here. Yeah, because that's been cut forward. So just comb this back, strengthen up the length, and I will then approach it from the front, and I'll kind of over-direct everything, try and add a little bit more strength before we do the blow dry. Now for the blow dry, we'll be thinking about what other products we're going to add to the hair. We need to add a little bit more volume to the hair. So that's what we're going to be thinking when we come to do the cut, when we come to do the style. And I think we have a flat brush and we'll do a twisty. Flat brush blowout, yeah?
I love a good twisty.
Me too.
Okay, so now what we'll do is I'm going to kind of come through with a scissor. I'm going to elevate. So section. And then I'll section here. Just get the sections right. Then we're going to stand right in front. I'm going to over-direct the hair forward. And we'll rotate. And then we'll point cut. And just by point cutting is just going to help to just seal the edges. Because this is the kind of hair that naturally gets finer through the ends. Let's take a nice deep section. Now product-wise, I think we need some Shylock oil.
For sure.
And I think we're actually going to pad it with... do you think styling whip or do you think PTL?
I was thinking protective thickening.
Protective thickening lotion, yeah? Just to give the hair a little bit more structure.
Better than
Gives it a little bit more hold.
Todd's apprentice wants to ask, what's the difference between a shag and a mullet? Haha.
A shag and a mullet. A shag is a heavy layer, a mullet's shorter on the top with a longer back. But a shag is a heavy layer. Over directing all the way forward. So in the salon, this is like a 20-minute cut. So that's when we're mapping out the day. That's how we manage to map out the day. We think about time so that we can work and expedite the process in a, in a quicker time frame. Make sure that you kind of keep to time. At Arrojo, we book the appointments on the 45-minute. So my clients get a 45-minute slot, and it usually takes 15 to 25 minutes to do the haircut. The rest of the time is either the blow drying or, just a little bit of shampooing, the washing, the cleansing. So, almost done. And did you get the PTL for me? Get me the PTL and get me the Shine Lux oil. And I'll put the products in, and then you can do your magical twisty blowout.
Jesse says hi, always enjoy your talent.
Well, thank you, Jesse. Did we connect with Israel yet?
Not yet.
Don't, she says. She left a mark in Israel. Forward. No, that's just me pulling forward. Not
I was
you.
like, okay.
Not you, young lady. All right, let's have a little look.
Todd says loving the cut.
Thanks.
Me too.
Yeah.
I haven't had bangs since I was like 12.
Yeah.
And those were really bad side bangs too.
Nice.
So these are really good. I feel like I've been vindicated.
Todd says very attentive model.
There's some cute models today. Brooklyn Live is always good, especially when you're in Soho. Right, pass me the razor, please. Olivia, just put a little hydro mist. I'm just going to do a little bit more tickling around the face with the razor, and then we're going to go over to Brooklyn and do a Brooklyn bob.
Karen asks, what product do you suggest using for hair that is fine and is very oily?
Well, that's a great question. We're going to use a product called Protective Thickening Lotion. And that is going to thicken, and it's going to add structure to the hair, and it's not got any oil in it whatsoever. We're using a product now called Hydro Mist. This is a lightweight moisturizer. This is a great product for this kind of weather. It's great for a client to just add a little bit more moisture to her hair. So the Hydro Mist is a great hydrating product when there's no moisture in the air. And the PTL, that's what we refer to it as, the Protective Thickening Lotion, is going to protect and thicken at the same time. So just a little bit more refining with a razor. That's just going to add a little bit more movement. And she says bangs, but they're really kind of very long. Yeah?
Ish.
Bangs-ish.
More bangs than I've had in years.
That's good.
Short face frame.
It's what?
A short face frame.
Okay, so now we'll use the Protective Thickening Lotion. This product, I think, is $24. And let's just...
Karen says PTL and Shine Lux oil are my top 2 product sellers.
Yeah, Protective Thickening Lotion. Notice how much I put in. I really power into the hair with the product. And notice where I'm putting it. All at the root. I'm putting it right at the root. Think of this as a nice lotion that's going to protect and thicken. It's going to add, now with Fashion Week coming up, Fashion Week in New York starts next week. We're getting some shows locked in already. So product's going to be your friend for Fashion Week, because that's all we can work with. Give that out. So I think that's about 30 pumps. We really packed it just to give our hair more structure and more hold. I'm going to comb it through, and I can feel the hair thickening up. Really can.
I can too.
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah. So that's gonna add, it's gonna like puff up the strands. But now what I'm gonna do is, because the ends need a little bit more love, I'm gonna use Shylock's oil, about 7 drops. That's a Rojo Shylock's oil. This is a fantastic product because this is a moisture binder, not a silicone. This is a precious oil. It's called Shylock's oil. And it's a combination of oils. It also contains HYA, hyaluronic acid. And the HYA is actually known to be a moisture builder. We're going to use a flat brush and we're going to take it away. We're going to do a twisty blowout, yeah?
That says Chinese New Year's next week too.
Is it? Chinese New Year. Well, Todd, you've fallen out with China. Canada and China have had a fallout. You read the news.
Clearly none of us read the news.
Sorry?
None of us in here do.
No one reads the news.
We're like, what?
I'll just look at you blankly. Okay.
All right, whisk her away, and let's bring in Alex. You want to leave your phone, or you laid a phone?
Do you want it?
No, I've got one. Come on in. Did the hoops go out?
Yes, I took them out.
So now let's have another look at the picture. Did you bring your phone with you?
It's sticking out of my bag.
Remind everybody.
I'm clearly on.
Great. So we're going to do another razor, a nice razor bob. So this will be fun on Alex. And then today we're going to make Alex's hair silver. That's what she wants.
That's what I want.
Just like mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna
I mean,
match.
I earned mine. You didn't earn yours. You're just going to get it in there. All right. So what we'll do is, she doesn't want to go A-line. She wants to go square. She's got some shattered texture in her hair already. I'm not going to cut it from the center. I'm going to make sure it goes both ways. Just looking. Do you tend to push it more one way than the other?
I always cut it down the center because I'm always moving.
Okay. Well, we're not going to cut it down the center. Yeah, we're going to be wild. We're going to go wild. Off center, but we'll make sure that it goes both ways. We'll make sure it's balanced.
I trust you.
That's it. You got no choice now. You're in. You got nice hair. It's a nice density. We didn't shampoo it because of the color process. What we did was we literally just rinsed and conditioned. I'm gonna take my razor. Chin down for me, sweetheart. Thank you. Just open this out a little. Keep as much space and openness around the neck as possible. With the chin lightly tucked in, which is perfect. We're going to comb the hair straight down, and we're going to section it from side to side. Her hair has a slight wave to it. It's not bone straight. Falls very smooth, probably when it dries, but you can see it's got a little movement to it. Keep your sections nice and clean, because this is just going to be a very disciplined approach to razor hair cutting. I'm going to jump in front of you to get my Hydro Mist, and I'm going to use this as my cutting lotion. So this is my refreshing Hydro Mist. And you can hold it for me, sweetheart. Thanks.
Stevie says you're making me have cutting cravings. Hair cutting is my absolute favorite service to do on a client.
Excellent. Well, we like that. We'll get those cravings. That's what Brooklyn Life's all about. Okay, so let's just step back and see if that section looks good. Now, here's the spine, and I think if you come in the middle right here, you'll see that we're slightly off center. Just slightly. This is the spine bone right here. So I'm going to reset my central section. Just a little. If you're gonna cut it well, you've got to start with the sections correct. So even just 1/4 of an inch makes a difference. And there we go. So I've reset the section. Keep the hair nice and straight. I've made the section a little thicker. When I talk about thickness, I've made it a little thicker so that I've got something to bite onto. And when I say something to bite onto, the razor kind of bites the hair. So this gives her the cleanness, but it's also going to give us some texture. If we cut it one length and thick, it's going to, and with a scissor, it's going to be too classic. If we cut it one length with a razor, what we can do is we can actually put in a little bit of texture, make it better. So straight away you can see your line. See how clean you can get your line? Straight away you get a nice clean line in. Remember, I'm teaching class this weekend. This is what people will learn if they come to my class. We call this edge work, using the edge of the blade. You got to keep the hair damp. We got the heat on in here because it's cold outside. On this side, we're going to rotate the blade. So watch my cutting hand doesn't move. See, the cutting hand doesn't move, stays in the same place, but the blade rotates down. You see, that's the kind of cleanness you want to get on your razor cutting. Second section. Keep your sections very clean. The angle of your section should match the same angle of the cutting line. Comb the hair straight down with the fingers touching the back of the neck. It's a sharp piston-like motion, and you're just tapping in to create a really sharp, clean line. We call this edge work because we're using the interaction of the edge of the blade on the hair. So you can see how you can create a nice, clean, but slightly soft line. And you keep the head right in the same position. You comb the hair flat. Use what we call the spine of the comb. The spine of the comb is the back part of the comb where it's solid. The spine of the comb helps you to get really good tension. And move your feet around so that you're always directly behind your client. So I've cut two sections on either side. And let's have a look and see. If I comb the hair in towards me, I'm looking for balance. Balance is good. It's a drop longer right here. Just a teeny tiny bit. So I'm just going to clean up right in there. Work quickly in the salon. I said earlier we work 45-minute appointments. This is a 20-minute cut. Sections are consistent. You want to be able to see your section through the hair. So I can see the section through the hair. You should be able to pick that up. Can you pick that up, Rebecca? Yeah, you see it's quite thick. It's quite a chunky section. And now I'm going to actually open the blade just a little. So when I talk about opening the blade, that gives it the one length feel. But because I'm opening the blade, I'm getting a little softness so that the hair swings a little bit more. She doesn't want it flat and boring. She wants it classy but fun. And she wants it wild. That's what she said, if you could hear her. So once we finish this, by pushing the hair around, she'll be able to see all of the movement that she has in the shape.
Because he says, leading your first clients up, you're truly a grandmaster at cutting. I'll be back.
Okay, well, have fun with your first client. Thank you.
Rosa says hi, Nick.
Hey, Rosa. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so now we're moving up into the hair. Let's take the next section. Make sure your sections are not too thick. You want to clearly see your destination. The previous haircut was a little overly shattered. We don't want to make this A-line. We want to keep it square. It's going to fall below her chin. Look at the angle of your fingers. As you're working through, you're following the angle of your fingers. The head you can move lightly to the side. As you start to see the introduction of the shape of the face here. Fingers down, flat. And then again, just using the softness of the blade. Now let's start combing this hair around a little. All right. Now this is the nice thing about the razor comb. It's got wide teeth, so you can comb the hair, and fine teeth, so you can cut the hair. The wide teeth are great for allowing you to see what's happening. The fine teeth is for use for cutting. So when you comb it from side to side, you get the hair to sit in and under. That's it, Rebecca. Come around here. See the blade on this side. You can see the blade just connecting. Now when I'm cutting the hair, I'm cutting down the hair shaft. So you want to allow that hair to live a little. Let's stay here. And we got a nice angle. Keep your sections nice and clean. Twist and clip. All of our tools are available on arojopro.com. And so is the sign up for all of our classes now. So we're going to open that blade out, and I'm going to kind of start to add a little texture to the hair. Always comb from the spine, you get from the base of the section, see that? And then back. And then get that razor moving.
Todd says, so when you start to open the blade more, are you now using the flat of the blade?
Yes, I've gone from using what I call the edge to using more of the flat. I'll stay here on this side so we can just, I think we've got a nice angle, you can see the blade interact. You can see we're moving up into the hair cut. I'm going to elevate the hair away just a little. There's the guide. So I'm going to elevate the head away just a little. I'm just going to come on the flat surface. Flat surface. Combing the hair slightly back. And just working flat down the hair. You'll have noticed the sections kind of started like this, and as I've hit this point, once you hit here, your section rotates. You want to keep this point right here. Right there, that's your anchor before you go into the side. One final section, now finish the opposite side. Elevation, and then just razoring down. Creates the illusion of one length, but adds a little bit of softness and slip and movement into the hair. Because when we looked at the photograph, she showed me some classic lines, but then she showed me the hair kind of pushed around. This is a more modern approach to a one length bob. All right, so I'll finish this side up. You know, okay, babe?
Wonderful.
Fine teeth of the comb. Flat. Get the razor moving before you put it into the hair. So when the razor's moving, what happens is it's very easy to place the blade in, and you'll just melt away the hair. Because as the blade interacts with the hair, it just melts it away. Practice really great combing. Good combing makes you a better hairdresser. We're now at that point right behind the ear again that we're going to stay at.
Kelly says, good morning, next to see you Sunday.
I'll look forward to it, Kelly. We're gonna have a good day. I'm teaching my razor class on Sunday here in our academy. Anyone's interested in the show, they want to learn razor cutting with me. It's a 2-day class. It's called Razor Fundamentals. It's our signature class. It's the first academy class of the year. And then I will be heading to Chicago next week to do Happy Mondays. And then we're also going to be doing a Happy Mondays in Chicago. It's going to be exciting.
Connie says, hey from Charlotte.
Charlotte. We're going back to Charlotte to do an event. We're going to celebrate my Ambassador Salon Fresh. I was in Charlotte earlier this year. My Ambassador Salon Fresh. We're going to celebrate their 10-year anniversary. And I'm actually going to go in and personally teach the staff for the day. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're going to go to Raleigh to do an expose. So we're going to be doing a hair event in Raleigh. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. So we kind of completed the back. One more section right here. You'll see how little comes off in the center. It's because of the inconsistency of the previous cut. Elevate it a little so you can see the hair more clearly. And let's just melt that hair away. If anything, you over-direct the hair slightly back. You better get a better commitment, a better connection to the hair. One more here, and then we're going to go into the side. Stay nice and clean with your sectioning. If it looks good, then you stay positive. If it doesn't look good, you get bored. When you kind of get bored through the haircut, you get lost. What happens is then your haircut doesn't come out great. So always make it look good while you work. So there you go. Look at the nice classic line cut with a razor. I think it came out pretty good. So far, so good. You can see it's a nice classic line. Because it's razor cut, you get a little bit of movement in there, but it's still pretty much one length with some texture. Now let's spin around this side, and we can have a look. We're going to dampen the hair down and straighten you up a little. There you go. Look at those eyelashes. Look at those eyelashes. Wow. Are they longer than mine?
A bit.
Are they?
A tiny bit.
I could put you in touch with my lady.
Yeah. I don't see a lady. Yeah, she sees a lady. I don't see a lady. It's just mine. Not as thick as yours now. They're pretty good.
Sorry, I'm not as naturally beautiful as you.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go through. Now I sectioned it to the side, but we are going to go to the center. So now with the head up, slightly off to the side, there you go. Perfect position. And now what we're going to do is we take the section all the way from the back. A nice healthy section. That means it's about an inch thick. Make it a little thicker. There's always more hair through the back, less hair through the front. So let's keep that nice. Let's see if I can get a clip over here. And this is the hard part for a lot. She's got really cute little snug ears, so it's going to be easy. Keep a bit of moisture in there. And then we're going to practice a real clean comb from the back. So you're going to get underneath. And again, we're going to keep the fingers low. And we just push in. And we just push right in. that short enough? That's pretty good length, yeah.
You want to go shorter?
You want to go shorter?
What do you think?
No.
Well, I curl it a lot and make it wild, so...
Let's keep it this length. We can always go shorter another time. Yeah? I mean, there's a lot coming off. So, super clean section. Great comb. This is a brilliant razor comb. Comb the hair straight down. Power that line in. What you've got in your fingers is a mirror image of what you've left on the head. And I am tapping my finger with a straight blade, but it doesn't cut. Keep your fingers low, but I'm doing a little short tapping motion. Next section. Comb this all the way back. As we're starting to take the side into the back. Open that blade up. When you open the blade up, it makes a little bit more softness within the shape. One more. Is your hair colored?
No, this is my natural color.
That's your natural color. So what we're doing right now is just following through the line and putting in some seamless softness. Working with the razor gives the illusion of one length, nice clean line, but also takes a little bit of softness within the shape. So there's side one done. Let's do this side too. The hair dries out, so we'll damp it with our hydro mist. And we follow this through. Now we've cut it slightly off center, because towards the end, that's when we start to push the hair around. Section nice and clean from the back. Nice healthy section. 1 inch, so you can establish the guide. Twist and clip. Comb that hair down. Again, just keep this hair nice and moist, because we need to make sure that we're cutting the hair damp. We're filming today in our Soho location. I've got 3 salons here in New York City. The Brooklyn location, we have training with our new color partner, L'Oreal. We partnered with L'Oreal Hair Color, and we've been training our team since the beginning of the year. So we're training them in all of their newest technology. So that's why we're here. But we'll be back in Brooklyn officially next week. And we're excited for that. A little edge work there. As I work through. Nice clean section. Section that hair out of the way. Rotate the comb in your hand. This is all the stuff that you're going to learn this weekend at Razor Fundamentals, which is my academy class here in my New York academy. Keep the hand in nice and low. And let's just add the texture into the hair. There you go. Sometimes when you are close to the shoulder, if the head goes over ever so slightly, creates a little bit more room for you to place your hand in. Again, body position of hair cutting is crucial to the success of your haircut. So you've got to learn how to comb and manipulate the client around so you can make the right shape. Let's have a look in the mirror and look for the balance. So what we do when we're looking for balance is we take a section from under here, and we're going to grab a piece here. I'm going to grab it on this side. Comb the hair down so your thumbs are pinching the hair, and you're looking for balance right there. So you're checking an imaginary line. So as you come down from the same place, an imaginary line, and you wanted to see, what do you feel in your fingertips? So as I come through here, let's do this again, and we go from the same spot. That spot, and this spot. That is parallel to this. Imagine I draw a line across here, it's parallel. So now you take your little fingers, and you pull down. You keep your hands parallel so you don't look away. Because when you look away, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, it just looks good. Yeah, so you look in the mirror, you grab it, you slide down, keep them parallel, and you pull it through, and you're looking for it to be close. Now, the nice thing with the razor, it's a slightly longer here, just a drop. Because I took that touch point, it means that I can blur the lines a little bit. So right now what we're going to do is take our next section, and we'll just get that just a smidgen longer. And a smidging is like a tiny amount.
Tim asks, how's L'Oreal coming along?
You know what? It's coming along great. Yeah, I mean, a very professional company. And they've been doing some great education for us. We've been having class every day. We've been teaching every week. And it's great for the colorists to get better. And we're just still in the early phases, really, Tim. I'll tell you why. Because I've now, once we get the salon staff completely trained, then I have to get my school staff completely trained. So I think it's a great exercise for all of my color team to learn a new color brand. And then, you know, we're going to be transitioning the clients. We've already started transitioning clients, formulas from Goldwell to L'Oreal. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It just creates excitement, you know? I mean, I had a very successful career with all of my color partners. I've worked with different color brands over the years. I don't swap them out. I'm a very loyal salon owner. I don't swap them out, but because we do a lot of things, we do have a high expectation for my color company to create opportunities for the brand. And as you know, we've been with one color brand for a long time. You know what? It's great to get you know, a new relationship. And I've been in business for 17 years with Arrojo. And you know, L'Oreal is one of the major, if not the major player, it's the largest beauty brand in the world. And I've learned so much. Because it's not just about the color, guys. It's not just about the color. It's also about, you know, the relationship and the technology that we can learn and how we can learn from a major player. So, you know, we've been to the corporate offices, we met with social media. I met with the president, the global president for L'Oreal. She came to my salon. There's great equity in that too. So we're excited for what the future's going to bring. Oh, there she goes. She's so quiet.
Like a ninja.
She's like a ninja. She's dressed in all black. And she is a ninja.
You got combat boots on too. I don't know why I'm not clinking around.
No.
Something you're not telling us, Rebecca. You're an assassin.
Very nimble.
So this is the flat of the blade. It's noisy in here today. Flat of the blade, and I'm going to spin around. I'm going to look in the mirror in a second. I'm going to start pushing the hair around. So you've got the balance in. Let's spin around and have a look in the mirror. Okay. So now what we do is we take it down the center. Comb this over. Comb this over. We've still got the hydro mist in the hair, So that gives the hair a little bit of slip. We've allowed the hair to dry out somewhat. We don't want the hair to be completely wet. You don't want it to be dripping. And now we're going to comb this over. So now we're going to shorten the pieces because it was cut to the side. Just power that in. Monday, what is it? Wednesday, Thursday? What day is it?
Today's
Thursday.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
When did you come back?
Last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
From Arizona?
No, from San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
I got a great, exciting trip. I just planned a great trip. Place I wanted to go. I've never been. Salt Lake City.
Utah.
I'm doing a show in Utah,
That's nice.
and then I'm gonna fly to Denver and do another one.
Denver.
So I got the whole shenanigans.
During the winter time.
That's gonna be at the end of March.
March.
I got a lot of traveling this year.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. Always traveling. Can you get me a fresh blade?
You got it.
Let's put a fresh blade in. I'm going to show you. You push that out. You put it in the black box. Pass me the blade. Place it in. And away we go. Place it in, you feed it in. And then you find a hard surface. And you are done. What are we thinking? We're loving it. Yep. I was trained by an Israeli hairdresser.
Oh, today's gonna be a fun day.
So you gotta just learn the ways.
As the Israelis say, oy oy oy.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oh, yeah. Head over. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of texturizing internally now. So let me show you this. Drop the head down, chin down. You'll stay on that side. So we'll do this side first. Section. You there? And Olivia came stealing right in, didn't she?
Sorry, I got it.
Yeah, I'll get London Brie. It's like a little session here. All right,
We
come
like
there.
to be really close at
Yep.
Brooklyn Live.
And I'm just gonna tip in. Just gonna add a little bit of tipping into the hair. What that does is it takes out a little texture. Takes out a little bit of hair, so it adds a little bit of air. Creates a little bit more flatness and sleekness. Yeah, remember, we are going to be lifting her hair up. We're going to be trying that L'Oreal color, I think, today. We had our blonding class yesterday, so it's perfect.
Lindsay says butter.
Yes, it is like butter. Just nice, melt this hair away. This is the difference. It's very finely softening the ends of the hair. You don't even see it when it's finished. It looks one length, but it's not. Comb this hair all the way back. Lifting the hair out. You lift that hair out, you just melt that hair away. So you put your length in first, and then you melt the hair away. This creates that refined, precision-based, it's a precision-based refined technique. It's going to create more swing in the hair. Tip of the blade, we call this technique tipping. You'll learn this technique if you come to the class this weekend. Any of our razor fundamentals classes, we're always teaching our tipping technique. Wait a minute. I'm making your eyelashes longer. They're so long that it's like Velcro. You know that woman? She's like a Velcro. She's got Velcro eyelashes. But she's sending me to see.
Everything is Velcro.
She's sending me to see her go. And who knows what could happen. My lashes will come around the corner 3 minutes before my body does. So you don't want to shadow the front because you want to keep that one length. Yeah, you don't want to shadow the front, so you keep that one length. We'll do the same on this side. Come around here, Rebecca. Right, good. So we'll do the same on this side. And then we'll power dry it because we're going to be going into color. We've got to find someone to make her hair nice and silver. She just wants to channel Nick Orojo with my silver hair.
Jackie says, hi Nick, will you be working with L'Oreal in UK or only in USA?
Well, you don't know, I don't know, Jackie. I mean, my whole gig is really, we're using L'Oreal color throughout our 3 salons and our schools and our academies. And then I'm commissioned to do work for L'Oreal. And wherever they want me, I'll turn up. So hopefully, because I'd like to get back to the UK. You know, it's obviously my home. So you see there's the little bit of texture and curl that she has. But majoritively speaking, the work that I'll be doing with L'Oreal is technically commissioned to be here stateside. But, you know, it's a global brand and it's a very large global brand. So they have a massive global appeal. So let's see what the future brings. So just tipping into the hair. Just tipping into the hair. Just taking that hair away. And you comb the hair side to side for the hair to sit in. You can bring me over the flat brush. Bring me over. I've got a hairdryer. We'll dry it for the finished shot. But then we'll do a finish shot later once the color's been changed. We're not going to do a super high plush blowout. We'll do a more textural blowout. We don't need to apply product because she is going to be having her hair colored. So when you're looking at this, it's like you're just peeling away. See that? You're just peeling away very finely, taking stuff out. Fine teeth of the comb. And pretty good, time-wise.
Yeah.
We made it work. Literally within our schedule, an hour and a half, 2 haircuts, we did good. I can keep my job, I can stay. So comb this hair forward, over the Velcro. Over the Velcro.
I didn't catch that right away.
Uh-huh. It's okay. And again, I'm just gonna tip in. She's got like a strong cowlick
Yeah, really
right
bad.
here.
I hate that.
You hate it.
I hate it.
It's okay.
I have one in the back also right here.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you was perfect.
Sorry.
Not anymore.
Thank you.
Not
That's
anymore.
really
Not
sweet.
anymore. Now she's got a cowlick at the front and a cowlick at
And
the
the
back.
back.
God, what a shame.
I know.
Life as you know it is not as good. All right, let's power dry. Was that a pic? Was that a pic on Facebook? Did she just have a pic? Did she have a pic? Was that a Brooklyn Live pic?
I don't think so.
There's 200 people watching you. I think you had a pic. Well, no, because I'm going to cut a little more. Just power dry. And then we do a little scissor and a little product. Your hands are your best tool. That's what your best tool for blow drying is your hand.
Kevin says hi, Ferguson, PA.
Who
Always a pleasure.
said that?
Kevin Bates.
Oh, hey, Kevin. How are you, buddy? Pass me that brush over, please, Olivia. Thanks. Our best brush coming back in stock. So this brush is brilliant for getting that. Follow the brush down. Yeah, so it just gets it nice and straight. I don't need to go super crazy here. We're going to be colouring the hair. But let's just get it polished for the finished shot. Nice thick section. Here's the thing about blow drying. Don't take too long. Costs too much. Yeah? It's very expensive blow drying hair. Using all that electricity. Go quickly. I hate it when you over blow dry the hair. My new pet peeve. Yeah. Power, power, power. Power, power, power. Yeah. Move fast. Blow dry should be 10 minutes tops. Even if the hair's super thick. Yeah, go for it. As quick as you can. You always have that mentality, you're going to go for it as quick as you can. What happens is it goes fast. And every now and again that maybe you need to spend a little bit more time, that's okay. Because your MO is always speed. And I like speed. Now this is a brilliant brush. They're about $30. Buy them on rojopro.com. It's got the bristle and the nylon, so you get through the hair nicely. And it's high power and it holds up. We also have American Wave certification this weekend here in our New York Academy. That if you want to get certified in texture, American Wave, this weekend. Sign up for the class on rojopro.com. Get those ends in. Twin turbo blow dryer. Everyone has this blow dryer in the salon. It's a great dryer. I like it better than the Dyson. And it's half the price. So she's got a nice look. This is good. It's like a classic shape, juxtaposed. Classic with a little razor cutting. So, you know, when she's got like a striking features, yeah, and Velcro eyebrows, yeah, what happens is it looks good. Almost done. So sometimes strange doesn't have to be the order of the day. Classic and cool can be super chic too. We'll lift this up. Now she's going to change the color, so you can check out my Facebook or my Instagram later. Might be good, maybe Rebecca, for you to follow through the journey. Do you know what I'm saying? The journey of the color.
Oh yeah, no,
She's
for
like,
sure.
she's like.
I don't. There's so many journeys.
There's so many journeys. So I'm just gonna just grab my leg. She just grabbed my leg. She grabbed my leg. She went up too. Yeah.
Gotta keep it interesting. You know, it's taking a little longer than I expected.
That's
Doing a little frisky.
That's it. She grabbed my leg. Call the doctor. Please. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. Just a little bit of point cutting now. Just, and then we'll see both of our young ladies together, and we'll wrap up the session. Is there anything else that we missed? What did we miss? Well, you know what product we should put in her hair?
Dry shampoo.
No.
Dry conditioner.
Correct. Good idea. Dry conditioner. That's right. Dry conditioner is a great soapener. It's not a shine spray, it's a soapener. Oh, I am, aren't I? She said I'm so hot. Oh, your hair is
I think
so
he's
hot.
interested in me.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I think
Maybe you did find me on Tinder. Who said that?
that was Michael Schneider.
Quincy says, oh my God, love her husky voice.
Yeah. That's 14 cigars, seven cigarettes, a bottle of whiskey,
It's not even a joke. Mine is
2
the whiskey because I don't drink.
2
Everything
coffees.
else is right.
Everything else is correct. Look at the texture here. See how that looks. So like looks you can kind of get, and we didn't really heavily blow dry it, but you got that like nice kind of movement. Let's comb it out this way. Not graduated. This is not graduated. Yeah, this is just razored. Pint cup.
My Velcro.
All right, pass me the dryer. And let's get a little bit of that dry conditioner in. We'll take this off. This is a good classic look for L'Oreal, isn't it? Like a classic cut with a modern twist. What does it say?
It says pain turns a woman into a warrior.
Pain turns a woman into a warrior. Wow, what do you think? Yeah?
Makes me question what happened here.
Wait for the tell-all book.
Oh. Wait for the tell-all look.
Not if I have a real Velcro eyelashes.
Pass me that. I'm gonna keep it away from. I'm gonna keep it away from those lashes. So this is dry conditioner. This is a great product for this weather too, because if the hair gets a bit fuzzy, and the nice thing is it's not a shine product. Yeah, but it just calms it down.
So it says beautiful now.
Sorry?
It says beautiful.
Good. There you go. So she's done. Let's go over and see. We'll just wait there. You're not allowed to go yet. Come over here. Whoa! This looks great.
I really love it.
You love it? Now we need a bit of dry shampoo. Let's get a little bit of texture spray in there as well. So this is a Rojo product, texture spray. Try it out. It's a hero product. What we'll do is we'll put the head forward just a little. And we'll just pulse it into the root.
Rose asks, will you ever do advanced razor cutting in Florida?
I am going to be coming to Florida. I'll be in Wellington later in the year. Actually, in April, I believe. At my good friend's salon at Visions. And I'm going to be doing a razoring, 2-day razor class. And a Happy Mondays as I travel the world. Putting a lot of texture into the hair. See that? I'm not scared to do this. This product is clear, but it really builds texture. So it's a texture builder. And you can see how much more volume
Oh my god, yeah.
you can get just with this product, because it just really helps. It's like a starch dry powder. It soaks and adds volume and bulk. So it makes the hair look twice as full.
This is some 80s hair.
You got it.
Great.
Gabby says bring some classes to the beautiful Northwest Arkansas area.
You know what? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So we had a nice day today. We did. Oh, need that conditioner. Nice day today because 2 different haircuts. A long razor layer here, and then we did a nice razor bob. Let's bring you both over to the red wall for our final shot. The red wall is right here. And you stand next to her, and you're covered in tattoos too, are you?
Yeah, and I have a mermaid on my arm.
I know, you're crazy. So if you want to come to class this weekend, razor fundamentals, you want to learn these techniques, 2 classic applications, classic long razor layer. This gives the hair the ability to move around. She can swoop that both ways.
I swoop all the time.
She's a swooper.
A swooper.
Yeah, and then this is our razor bob. Spin around, sweetheart. And you can see classic razor bob. Nice clean line, no scissor work whatsoever. Pure razor, and she can push this both ways. And we're actually going to make her, we're going to take her up to the color department, and we're going to put L'Oreal's color to the test. We're going to make a silver, and we'll check it out. We'll post it later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Rebecca, and thank you to Olivia and our beautiful models.
Bye, guys.